Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make this low-carb, gluten-free cauliflower crust pizza. For the crust, all you need is half of a cauliflower, some mozzarella cheese, an egg, and then salt and pepper to taste. Start with shredding the cauliflower to get 2.5 cups. This is about half of the head of the cauliflower. Then put this in the microwave on high for 7 minutes. When it is done, it should be soft and cooked, and then you want to let it cool. I found that the fastest way to do this was to put it into a different container and into the freezer for about 5 minutes, and it cooled right down, but you can also do this ahead of time and cool it in the fridge for about an hour or so. In the meantime, I got everything else ready. So you're going to be cooking the pizza dough on parchment paper, so I put a sheet of it down on a cutting board, and I will be baking it on a pizza pan, but since the pan has holes in it, I figured it's best not to form the dough on the pan. So I cracked an egg and lightly beated it with a fork, and then I measured out a cup to a cup and a quarter of skim mozzarella cheese. When the cauliflower is nice and cool, then put it back into the bowl or whatever bowl you're going to use and add the cheese and the egg into it, and then add the salt and pepper and mix it. I found the easiest way is to mix it with your hands. You're going to be using your hands anyways, so might as well get them dirty. Then you can pour it onto the parchment paper and pat it down to form somewhat of a circle. My crust was about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. When you have the shape you want, then take some cooking spray, I used Pam cooking spray, and just lightly spray the top of it just to let the top cook nicely as well, since I don't have a convectional heater. And then bake it in the oven at 425 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once it's done, it should be nice and golden, so take it out and then you can top it with whatever ingredients that you want or what you'd do a regular pizza crust. So I used tomato sauce and then Ives vegetarian pepperoni and some mushrooms, onions, and red peppers. And then I topped it off with a little bit more cheese, but there is already enough cheese in the crust. So then put it back in the oven for about 10 more minutes until all of the cheese is melted and bubbly, and then you can slice it up and enjoy it. And the crust is nice and crispy, and it's just like a regular pizza, but it's very healthy and gluten-free.